Exactly, and I think that one thing that I would want people to take away from today's presentation is that being alone does not mean loneliness. And I think oftentimes when it comes to holidays, in big events that usually families or a lot of people get together, I think that people who have their own desires to be around a large group of people, that they can push their own desires upon other people. And I think we have to be careful, especially dealing with a culture and a society where people suffer privately with mental health and depression. And sometimes when we push our desires on other people so much, even as far as people wanting to spend some time by themselves or just them and God, if we push it so much, it'll probably put something in their mind, okay, well, there must be something wrong with me, or I must be a sad case because people just don't want me to be alone so bad. But just because someone wants to spend time alone does not mean that they're upset. It doesn't mean that they are lonely. But we look at all the times that even Jesus went and he spent some time alone by himself, spent some time with God in prayer. It was probably times that other people and those around him thought it was crazy for him not to be with the disciples, not to be with certain crowds. But no, I wanted to make sure today that we, in that presentation, that we give off to people who may want to spend that time alone, that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. If you want to spend time by yourself and you be whatever character you want to be, if you have those multiple personalities and you say, listen, I want to be whoever I want to be just in the presence of God, I want to turn on a movie or eat by myself, that is perfectly fine. I'm careful to make sure that things that I want to do, with desires that I have for myself, I don't press those upon others, because I don't want them to think that there's something wrong with them or wanting to spend time by themselves. So I think that today, I think that the crowd, they understood it, and we had a great conversation, and it's going to cause us to be more aware of how we treat others and what we say to others, specifically around these times, because it's perfectly okay to spend time alone, and it does not mean that you are lonely. So at the end of the presentation, we simply told those people who do want to spend that time alone, eat by themselves, drink their coffee by themselves in the morning, that we just wanted to let them know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, and it's so okay. And do not allow yourself to be pressured into thinking you have to do something. And I think that is one of the issues of today's society, that people are so pressured by others that they end up doing things that really do not bring them joy or happiness. And sometimes people just need a break. So if you need a break, even during this time, during the holiday season, it's perfectly okay. You take time for you, just like Jesus did. Everybody's not going to understand it, but it's not for them to understand. If that is what you need to do, you take care of you. And when you are ready to spend time with people, go ahead and spend time with people. And that is perfectly okay. Don't isolate yourself all the time, because that is the enemy's playing ground. That is where the enemy plays mind games on you, and his goal is to isolate you so that you are processing life by yourself. But so it would be an issue if you're isolating yourself all the time. But it's something completely different if you just say, listen, even during holidays, I know that's a time where everybody else is going to be occupied with their families or doing other things, so that's just going to be my time that I'm going to take for myself. That's perfectly okay. So alone time does not mean loneliness, and I think that was probably the most important point that we could have made today. In the midst of saying Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone else, I think it was the greatest lesson that I believe that the group today really received and understood. Yeah.